What's up everyone, welcome to Talking Pop Culture, and in this video we are reviewing episode 7 of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. And if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. This was a bit of a cheesy episode. I'll probably say out of all the episodes this season so far, probably not the best one. I just felt it was very cheesy, very I guess it is a kid's show, you know, and this episode finally makes it really feel like a kid's show. As I've been reviewing this show every week, I've been saying how amazed and how great the show is and how much I'm enjoying it. And, you know, this episode really does make it feel like it's a kid episode. Now, obviously, it starts off with the team locked in the change rooms. The mum, Alex, locks them in the change room. The coach locks them in the change rooms because they're still dealing with Evan betraying them, wanting to train for the Ducks, maybe play for the Ducks. So she thinks maybe locking them in the change room together and sorting it out, they might sort it out. Kind of doesn't work. Bombay, which we find out, cuts the power to the building, and he gets them and takes them to this pond. And it's called Pond Hockey, and the episode's called Pond Hockey. And the pond that they take the kids to, is actually the pond that Coach Bombay used to train at as a kid. You remember those in the original films, Champions or Mighty Ducks 1, it used to be called Champions, where he's just practicing as a kid on the ice. They go back to that pond, which was very nostalgic again, like especially after last week where they brought in the OG crew. It was good to see him take him to the pond, and he starts to train them, try to build the confidence in them to maybe accept Evan for making his mistake and all getting back on the same page, because you need to be on the same page to win games. So, you know, they start training on the pond, and he does this exercise where he makes them pass their mobile phones together, because he's like, I know what's more important with you kids these days. So he puts all their phones on the ground, and they've got to pass their phones to each other, which is a good exercise because kids these days are just too much hooked into technology. It's ridiculous. Like, obviously, I was probably the last generation. You know, I grew up when we first got internet. I'm 35 years old, so I grew up in that era where we first got internet, the dial-up, and, you know, been in that transition. Well, your early 2000s kids now are, you know, and obviously upwards are just growing up with technology. You know, we were reading books. These guys are, you know, playing video games. I don't think, get me wrong, I play video games too, but it was a good way of just showing that how the world has came. So yeah, they're just playing around with their phones, slapping them around. Everyone's still mad at Evan though after the training session, so he decides to rip off his badge, his captain badge, and says, "I've got to get your trust back." You know, which is good on Evan for doing that. I think it's a good way to get their respect. And, you know, he says that until you guys feel I should be captain again, I'll be captain. And they all straight away forgive him. Where Sophie doesn't, she's still mad at him, and she pretty much pins the idea, saying that we all should be captains. Not just one person. Let's all be the captain of the team. We're a team that were built on not worrying about all these other things that all these teams always worried about. You know, they always worried about winning. All these other teams, they worry about who's the captain, who's the best player. Where the don't bothers more worry about just getting along and having fun. So they decide to all be the captains. But at the restaurant, Sophie's still feeling betrayed. Now, obviously, you don't need to be a rocket science to know it, but Sophie has feelings for Evan. And she's just hurt because she even says, "Evan, you know, I thought I was special. I thought I was different to everyone else. I thought that you wouldn't do something like this to me." And he does. He breaks her heart. And I think, obviously, by the end of the season, I think they're going to get together. I think Coach Bombay's going to get together. I think, I'll tell you my predictions at the end, actually. I'm not going to go through them now. And then we get Alex at work, and her boss, Stephanie's just being a major bitch to her. And I just can't wait for the episode where she turns around and she ain't going to say get effed because it's Disney, but I hope she turns around eventually and tells her boss to go and stick it, especially if they play the Mighty Ducks and they beat them in a game. I really hope that happens. She then thinks of an idea because, you know, the boss is like, you know, go and take risks, you know, go and coach your kids. You can do this work later and nah. So she goes and she tries to do this blindfold hockey, trying to get the guys to know in the spirit and in heart where the players are going to be. And it just didn't work. They all knocking each other out. Sam still hasn't turned up to training. Sam's upset. He's still heartbroken from what Alex Evan did. still very heartbroken, and he's just lost his mojo of doing dares and knocking things and smashing things and doing what he does, and he's lost it. But eventually they go in there, they say sorry, and they say, "You're our X Factor, man. I need you." And Evan gives him the whole spill and apologizes. And it's funny because this whole time Nick is trying to be, yeah, I hate you, but no, man, I love you, and I love Nick, man. He's a great mate. This kid's got a future ahead of him. But Bombay finally convinces Alex that she's the coach. Like, she keeps doubting herself, but he convinces her to sit in the stands, and he just gives this heartfelt message and convinces her that you're the coach. Don't second guess yourself. Don't not believe in yourself. Like, you're the coach. And so she goes and coaches, and she does a little play with them where they're all closing their eyes, and which was just a bit over the edge. She's like, they whisper all this pace, and then the other team's like, why are they closing their eyes? And they're passing the puck to each other with their eyes closed, and boom, score a goal, which I think was just a little too far-fetched. There's no way, I don't even think a professional player would be able to close his eyes and score a goal in the top corner, but I could be wrong. I don't watch hockey, ice hockey. I do watch field hockey. I don't watch ice hockey as much because we don't get it much here in Australia, but yeah, it was very cheesy episode, just a very kiddie episode. Now, like I was saying, my predictions, I really think like Sophie and Evan are going to get together now. Bombay and Alex are definitely going to get together. But I think what's going to happen is at the end of this series, they're going to play the Mighty Ducks, whether it's end of this series or end of the actual show. They're going to play the Mighty Ducks, and they're going to put a bet on whoever wins gets to be the Ducks. And obviously, they're going to win the Don't Bother to become the Ducks, because it's a Disney film, man. With Disney, everything happens. They have fairy tale endings. So it'll be interesting, but I really think what's going to happen. I would love them not to get the fairy tale ending, get their ass beat, and just show kids, hey, this is reality. Like, I know they're trying to send a message that you can do and be anything, anything's possible, but I just think they should get their ass beaten and just be, that this is the true way world is. I hate participation awards in that, forgive me, but it's just how it is nowadays. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, what are your predictions? What are your thoughts? What do you feel might happen? Are you enjoying the show? Do you feel that this episode, like I was saying, is very kiddie? Let me know in the comments section below. And yeah, if you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. Don't forget we're doing a subscriber giveaway, so I got the link for that in the description bar below. Head over to my Talking Pop Culture Instagram, where I review comics and interact with you guys. So go and check that out. And also, I've got the 1 month later crew link down below in the comment section. Go and check that out. We do podcasts every week. This week we just finished talking about Spider-Man and all the rumors and our favorite Spider-Man. Like, the buzz is Spider-Man at the moment. So go and check that out. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Please, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please enjoy and take care of yourself and each other. Peace.